Who was just a reporter and TV man's dream. What an interview. Magnificent start last year in the playoffs with New York. Almost led the Islanders to an upset.
Glenn Chico Resch, whose number is being retired Friday night at Amsoil Arena, had a 14-year NHL career and an even longer stint in broadcasting. He played in 3 All-Star games, had over 200 wins as a goaltender, and was a Stanley Cup champion in 1980 with the New York Islanders. But before all of that, he was a UMD Bulldog.
Hi, I'm Chico Resch. I was originally Glenn Resch when I went to the University of Minnesota, Duluth, way back in 1967. Obviously, they were some of my best years. Hockey was kind of a turning point for me, as well as the whole UMD experience. 1970, I remember it well. In Section 18, the student section, 18 and 20, what a bunch of rowdy people they were. But they added so much excitement, especially when we played the Gophers. And I remember where some of the longtime fans sat. Dick Stewart, who had Stewart's Sporting Goods for so many years, he sat on the railing with Ed Welch. And I remember Ralph Mano and his family were over here in Section N.
So, that shot. Left save made by Resch.
If you've been in this building when they played the Gophers, no building is louder than this one. The fans are sitting there, and of course they're rowdy. I still remember all the people that sat there, but if, especially a Gopher, gets hit and he goes over the boards like this, right, because there's no glass, somebody could whack him on the head or whatever, you know, bug him a little bit. And we're playing the Gophers that one game, and I remember Glenn Sonmore was the coach, and they had a crazy team, and we didn't like each other. And I remember that Gopher went over the boards. Somebody started a ruckus. Their bench, their coach, some of the players went into the crowd. We came around, and I remember Glenn Sonmore, the coach of the Gophers, his shirt was torn, and you know, and he had been scrapping with somebody. You would never see that now, but you talk about old-time hockey, and that was probably why they put this glass here. Yeah, it's just held up well. I wished I would have held up as well as this building did, because that's been like 50 years ago, and this is really the first time I've come back and stood here at center ice and just kind of soaked up some of the memories.
Chico Resch was one of the first NHL goalies to sport a painted mask. When he was with the Islanders as a rookie in 1973, a local high school student took Resch's plain white mask home for the weekend, returning it with a unique hand-painted design that featured a map of Long Island. The mask became a hit with hockey fans and helped start a trend that is still going strong today.
But I do remember on Tuesday we had a game, and I had that mask on, and I went out on the Nassau Coliseum ice in New York, and I could just hear the buzz. Like, people were saying, what's that? What's he wearing? And
If you were playing goalie today for the Bulldogs, I mean, what do you think you would design your mask and pads to look like?
Well, the lift bridge. You'd have to have the lift bridge, and I think I saw that on one of the guys' masks, right? Mm-hmm. You'd have to put a Bulldog in there. I think I just put a big smile on my mask if I was at UMD, because they were the most wonderful years of my life, and just nothing but warm memories from those years.
A lead in front, Duluth is stopped by Resch.
You know, I came out of Canada, and, you know, hockey was big, but was really, what really first got my attention was the depth of the enthusiasm by the Duluth people for hockey. It's just such an honor to think that they would see fit to, you know, hang my jersey in the rafters along with those other guys. So.
And so at the end of the first period here at the Nassau